who was saying embarrassing things to me in chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you remember my number one Twitch fan in chat, yeah, that's him.
Oh yeah.
When I'm like, oh god.
Oh, look at the mastery points: 85,000, 31,000, 17,000, 71,000, 12,000, 767,000 for Ari in the mid lane, and over 1 million for Delightful Joe on Lee Sin. So yeah, man plays that champ. Man
Oh,
plays that champ.
hey, Tug, I got a fun game for you. What do you think is my highest mastery champion?
Oh, I feel like you've told me before. I feel
I feel
like
like I have.
I feel like this trivia has been like said before, and it's not a jungler. I know for a fact
Yep.
it's not a jungler. It's a Jin or something? I have
Yes,
no idea.
it's
Yeah,
Jin.
there it
Jin
is.
is actually
Yeah.
my highest mastery champion.
Yeah, I remember it was like something like out of like way out of the blue.
Yeah, I forgot who I told recently. Like, but somebody asked about it there. We were all talking about like masteries and whatnot, and then like I was like, yeah. They're like, what's yours, Dylan? Because like you play so many junglers. I just want to know. And then it's like, actually, mine is Jin. And they were like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yep.
The
Very
funny thing is, I
true.
haven't really played Jin that much in like a long time, and it just goes to show like, whenever he came out, apparently I was like, I just
You're
played
in there.
so many
Yeah.
games with him.
I've like some level sevens that surprise people. Because there'll be like there was just like a time where I just like spam this champion and you've never seen me play them anymore. Like maybe like my level 7 Diana is surprising because I definitely don't really play Diana, or do I play that type of champion? My level
Hmm
7 Draven I think is really surprising because I'm fucking terrible at Draven. I don't know when that happened.
I think like
My level 7
I think
Zoe is pretty surprising. It's probably also my
the
fastest level 7. It's like it was like Zoe's
Etoeboy.
release. Yeah, it was like Zoe's like release 2 weeks, like within like her first 2 weeks of like release. I think I was on my school team at the
Hmm
time. I was just spam Zoe and got level 7 on her really fast, but not at all was ever really good at her.
Mezo is actually kind of disgusting,
Whoop,
but probably not anymore.
whoop. Oh, and the cheese, Donald Club. Going for the cheese. They're going to flash out. Yeah, force out the flash and the heal. And that's first blood going over to Dino Club.
It's actually
Sitting in
so
the
massive though.
Tribus and doing the cheese. And this is going to be the wave, the level 2, and everything. Oh, this is quite the lead that'll be coming to Dino Club. Half of that. The classic.
Low key, Dino almost just like, in my opinion, I really think Maximus kind of won draft, but like just with that one cheese, like Dino kind of equalized draft
Right?
because
Yeah,
like
that's
they
huge.
sat there, they cheesed, burned both summoners, they get a
Hmm.
kill, get control of the wave, have an XP advantage. Mundo
Right.
also tries to like slightly react in time, so then now he's like behind Lee Sin in
Slightly
pace,
behind,
even.
yeah.
And like the way Lee Sin's actually jungling right now is like so good for Lee Sin because like since he's such a single target jungler, the fact that he
Hmm.
was able to come here is really good. I do like the fact that Mundo had noticed that he went over the trinket ward
Right.
that's just expiring,
Yeah, that's
so
good.
we're gonna see like a split jungle. The only thing that's unfortunate about it, of course, is because since Dino Club has so much pressure, you don't really want them to be
Mundo.
playing like technically weak side.
Hmm.
But Mundo is also extremely killable early, so like if he messes up and then just gets by like the wrong Morg binding, like Triss is just gonna blow him up with the EW damage.
Gotcha. Do
But
we think exhaust would have saved Jinx if it was used? If Thresh RP Kiwi had
yeah,
used his exhaust? Yeah, I mean Jinx barely died, right?
yeah, it was
Jinx
like a flash.
only it was a flash, it was one auto, so yeah, that's very true. It was a one auto difference.
There's also the ignite though, so I'm not sure how much it was
Yeah,
taking.
yeah, that's true.
So
That is possible. I think an early exhauster in that fight would have done something.
oh, and then we got the
Probably.
flash immediately in on, and this is right here is exactly why like Thresh is such a
Ooh,
good pick.
sitting
But
on
they're
the
actually body
lantern,
blocking it.
body blocking the lantern. There is another hook with the nice black shield from Coach Kirk. Make sure that the hook won't land. Now we're up in the top lane. Saucy Monkey pay for free LP going in on Saucy Monkey. Saucy Monkey's gonna get real low, but now we're gonna have a jungle fight in the river, and no one will die through those exchanges, but lots of low health bars.
And Delightful actually manages to take the scuttle there. And then not only
Oh
that, but
yeah.
flashes his emote for good measure, his Lee Sin emote.
Mm.
You might not have seen it because he's taking wolves, obviously not doing anything too important. Silas definitely wants to like gank top and try to get like a kill going, but obviously Expo's just in the mid lane. There's too much potential lost
Dude,
pressure from losing on the
Expo,
CS.
that's dupless.
Dupless, yeah, my bad.
which which
I've,
high elo
I'm
mid lane
not,
are we talking about here?
dude, there's too many high elo mid laners now.
Yeah, now Anai is stepping into the spotlight as well as one of them.
Well, as long as and then
Hmm.
there's no returns as well, like
Yeah, oh yeah,
stacked.
Snow returns. That's true.
Mid lane is stacked.
Hmm. Oh, poor Ethan. He was so excited. Before
I
the
don't know,
season
dude.
started, it was looking like there wasn't going to be many high elo mid laners.
Ethan had some hella
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
against Nanai though. Like I mean,
Yeah, that's
Nanai
true. That's
definitely was
true.
controlling the lane or whatever, but like Ethan throughout that game was like phenomenal.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure. I didn't mean poor Ethan as if he was doing poorly, just poor Ethan as the
yeah,
prospects for
no,
mid lane before
because
right before the season started, it was looking like, oh, I'm one of the higher elo mid laners, baby, let's go. And then every team was
slowly
like,
more and more Smurf like mid
yeah,
laners come, and we got like duplets coming in the
oh,
bot lane killing Jinx, and then another Smurf
oh
binding
my
lands as
God, the
well,
binding from Coach Kirk,
and the ignite's
Kiwi
gonna burn him down.
Ignite goes down. Coach Kirk, Dupless with the roam, Coach Kirk with the binding, another 2 kills for Dino Club.
God, it's like I love Maximus's draft, but man, like Dino Club is just playing this early game absolutely insane.
If Corky isn't up 40 CS on Aatrox mid, he's losing, by the way. I'm so confused, Tanner. What game are you looking at? Huh?
That was from yesterday. That was the Corki versus
What the Corky
Aatrox.
Aatrox? Ah, yeah, okay.
But he's definitely right though, because like remember before I said like Corki should have been like abusing
Mhm.
Aatrox, and then it didn't really happen. Uh,
Oh, that was the match that we're talking. That was an
Dupless
eye.
versus an
Yeah,
eye.
yeah, yeah, an eye. Yeah. I see now. Yeah, I got you. Duplicate versus an
Yeah,
eye.
but an eye super smurf that matchup
Yeah,
on
he did.
Aatrox.
Yeah, he did. He was even or like equal on CS the entire time, right? And I was thinking
Yeah,
like,
it's
man,
actually pretty
you would
ridiculous.
think ranged matchup, melee matchup to ranged matchup in mid would not usually have like equal CS like this. This is crazy.
Hmm. And so like it's very thankful that Dino Club had to reset when they did, and that like Maximus is making this call. This call is so good for them. As long as the Mundo doesn't end up like randomly getting picked off here, they should just escape. Like getting the dragons stacked and stuff like that. They need to make sure that they have like their late game insurance, considering how far behind Jinx now feels. You know, there's like a nice
Right.
little 400 gold lead starting to build up in the bot lane.
For
It
sure.
would have been more, but like Coach Kirk kind of has his own like little 900 gold lead
Yeah,
on his own.
I'm about to say like now the kills are not on Tristana, so that's a little bit of daylight for Maximus Gaming.
Okay, yeah, it's like the thing is that Dino Club is definitely playing towards their strengths so well.
Hmm.
Having this mid lane and jungle control is pretty much like what I thought
Woo.
their win condition would be, and just the way they're doing it, and the fact that Coach Kirk is just absolutely Smurf is
Hmm.
just like it's so good for them. It's so good, and that's the thing about Dino Club is that like even if you think you can get a good draft into them, if they play towards their strength, it's so hard to nullify
Yeah,
their
their
strengths.
execution is always so clean. It seems like their execution is just crazy. Also, this Dupless with his Ari turns, man. Dupless plays this champion so cleanly.
Yeah, no, it's like the BM of like because I think it was first rotation, right? Like, was it straight up like Lee
Yeah,
Sin,
yeah, I think it was first
like
rotation.
Ari like first rotation? It's kind of BM to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah, they get away with
Yeah,
that.
well, it's very first rotation. It's like
Yeah,
we
it
don't
was.
care.
Yeah,
We'll take it.
yeah. At least in Ari, those were the first 2 picks.
It's really BM. Like, and then we have Delightful kind of hovering the bot lane. We're gonna see probably Dupless go in here. We're gonna see a pretty decent kick, but the
Ooh.
problem is like it all goes
Oh,
all goes
does it
awry.
matter? Does it matter?
Nope.
Does it matter? The ignite. Okay, not the cleanest execution, but still works out just fine. The
It
Mundo
looks like
is
set
here
down on
though.
Dupless.
The thresh is here. Dupless should be going down. Maximus Gaming is collapsing. There's 2 kills going over to Maximus Gaming. The first 2 kills of the game. Pay for free LP comes down and picks up a
What a
kill.
fantastic collapse though. Like the fact that Thresh was there in time as well as like the Aatrox to completely go them in the corner, it's actually kind of surprising considering like how like the gank started that like they were able to like sit there and
Mhm.
collapse on the mid lane so well. Um,
PG Sly would like to say that he doesn't think it's BM when both of those champs are really blind pickable. Lee Sin and Ari.
no, I completely disagree.
There's a disagreement there.
Yeah, I think that there are a few counters that could have been done further in draft, and then not only that, but like I think all in all, if this game wasn't so heavily accelerated, it would have been a much tougher like mid to late game. I think that you
Saucy
can't
Monkey,
just
not in
draft for the
trouble.
first 15 minutes.
You know what seeing Orn reminds me of? The Orn play that we saw yesterday from Charisma Yo. Still. Oh,
Oh,
and
another kill in the bot
oh,
lane.
another kill in the bot lane for the bot lane of Dino Club. Rooting for Maximus, my homies are on there. Hell yeah, I gotta root for your homies.
Yeah, I think the problem of just drafting this too early is just like generally I think it gives you too many draft options and you know exactly what uh Dino Club wants to do.
Hmm. I will
Both
say though,
Ari
it's
and Lee Sin are
definitely
known for
like
like
their
their late
most
game
comfort.
scaling.
It's definitely Dupless and Delightful Dude's most comfort champions.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
there is an argument to be said there. Like if they're allowed Ari, I think they're afraid that Ari and Lee Sin get banned usually against them. So if they're allowed, it's like, you know what, if we're allowed our most comfort champions, might
Oh
as
yeah,
well
yeah. I don't
against a team that they don't know much about. Maximus Gaming is like completely new, so I just want to make sure they're on comfort perhaps.
I don't disagree in doing it on like the technically like the first rotation before the
Hmm.
second bans, but I think doing it as immediately your first two picks, I definitely don't think it's really that great.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, Especially because like I think if Lee Sin was a little bit more meta, then I could see where Sly's coming from because they're both blind pickable like throughout like history. But
Hmm.
because like Lee Sin kind of struggles a lot in this meta, in the fast clearing meta, and especially against certain team comps, I just think it's a little bit risky to like pick it that early. But even then, like you can still do that for the pressure. I think I just still think like waiting on like at least one of those picks would have just been like a priority. Um,
Dupless
but
looking for a pick.
Dupless is so good at that. Dupless and
Hmm.
Expo's playstyle like just reminds me of like each other, and like they're obviously different in a lot of ways, but like it's just the amount of pressure they exude on the map. Like they constantly are like, you know, you're not allowed to be in the side wave. You know, you're not allowed to do this. We're gonna see a flank
Hmm.
coming in the mid lane.
There's a teleport coming in from pay for free LP.
Yeah, at this point, I'm actually surprised they kept chasing this. Like Mundo's actually getting like pretty low here. He doesn't have ult either. I would have just taken the
Also, the
opportunity to
black
get the input
shield
on drag.
there was going to do a lot. And here is the ultimate from Saucy Monkey. Saucy Monkey's going to knock up two. There is the binding lands onto the thresh. RP Kiwi is dead. Delightful Jew is back out. Saucy Monkey's going to get real low. Saucy Monkey will go down to snow returns, but the thresh will go down as well. The Morgana ultimate is going to come through. Rim Almighty is up again. The Mundo is going to be very less. A double kill for Dupless. And another one team fight for Dino Club. Only
Yeah, they
losing
really
one
put
member and
themselves.
killing three. And looking for the mid lane tower as well.
Yeah, they really put themselves into a bad position by pushing out the mid lane. I think trying to go into the river and then like trying to choke out Vision, try to use like Thresh by now should definitely already have his sweeper regardless if he wants Vision or not. Because he still doesn't have his relic shield, but they should have
Hmm.
definitely been choking out Vision, had a little bit more pink wards, and taken over the pit, control of the pit. I think if they did that, there was like more potential for a pick. But we're gonna see like actually Dupless get kind of engaged on here. I think he's gonna, yeah, he's still gonna go
Ooh, yeah,
down.
he
It's
does
kind
go
of
down.
troll though that it went to Thresh.
That's super unfortunate for Jinx. Jinx is looking for any gold she can find, for sure.
But yeah, it's just one of those things that Maximus has to be like a little bit more careful about what they pick and choose to do. I think like the thing is too is like as weird as it is against like the team comp of like Dino Club, I still think going for chokes and trying to like play around Vision is like better for how Maximus wants to actually play the fights. I think like going out into mid lane, like I just think that Delightful and Dupless are too good that they will find like and Kirk, you know what I mean? Like you got Kirk on Morgana, you got like
Hmm.
Dupless Charms, and then you just have Delightful who's willing to pull the trigger at any moment.
Hmm.
It's just it's I don't know, it just feels almost impossible. Like it just feels so like it feels so troll to like kind of like give them so many options in an open mid lane like that
Hmm.
because they get so many different flank routes and different chances to land stuff. We're gonna see them kind of go in here on Kirk, but this is where like the Triss pick was actually like pretty decent, is
Right.
because like since she's got the long range and the W, she's always got like pressure on the Jinx in case the Jinx gets chunked at all. But then she's also such a safe laner in general and a safe character that she's able to do like more risky like farming maneuvers or like to go in and stuff like that. I just think Triss is like a really really good champion right now. Dupless is just too smurf, I guess. He's so good. I I wish my Ari was that good. Ari's actually a really fun champion to play.
Yeah, I agree. Ari is definitely a lot of fun to play, but I hardly ever play her. I feel
I
like my
I
Ari's just
land
not
like
the same as the
25%
Ari's
of
that.
Dupless's charms, like
Right.
25%.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. There they are, playing aggressively, getting that vision control, looking for picks that their team comp does so well, and just going to delete another member of Maximus Gaming.
Yeah, I think a big problem with this is like I know the damage profile of Dino is definitely making you want to build Merc Treads, but like when Coach Kirk is just on it and Dupless is also on it, you have to grab Merc Treads. Like you cannot grab the Ninja Tabi for the I meant to say Ninja Tabi earlier. You cannot grab the Ninja Tabi for the
Thresh
defense.
there.
I think in this matchup, yeah. Like I think almost everyone should be grabbing Merc Treads because I think like that's because like the thing is like I think getting picked out by Morgana and like Ari are like the best chances for like Dino Club to keep like snowballing the game, and I think just by going like plated steel caps, there you go, that's a new name for it. The plated steel caps, it just allows them to still have so much pick potential because it's like what does it matter if you're taking 10% more damage when you're taking like 10 more autos because you're stuck in place.
Oop.
I think that's like almost like one of the very see, one binding goes wide and then the charm hits. It's
Yep.
just it's so impressive. And then you also got the Everfrost as well. Everfrost is such a great mythic.
Dupless is looking for more. Hello. Gotta pick up
Dupless
some
never stops
CS.
looking. Dupless is a spooky man. Trish just slowly picking up the farm. Dragon should be kind of up soon, but nobody really set up for it. Kirk obviously going to set up the vision, start controlling it. Maximus doesn't really look quite like they know what they're doing. I wouldn't mind them trying to go for Herald here. It's kind of interesting with the Thresh like soloing Herald. It looked like it was actually kind of missing pinged out by Dino Club, which is kind of surprising. I didn't really think I saw him on any vision. Looks like they're going for it for sure, and they're going to trade this Cloud Drake eventually for it, just because there's so much control here. As long as Silas doesn't get caught here, it wouldn't be like completely awful, depending on what they get with the Herald. And that vision control is the scariest thing I've ever seen. I hope to God they never try to contest this dragon. Like you see those wards, right, Ito?
Yeah, this Dino Club has complete physical control of this bottom jungle.
I don't know if I've ever seen vision control that complete in the bottom jungle. Like, Jesus Christ! If a tree falls in the forest, Dino Club will hear it.
Oh, more.
And see, this is Kirk is so good. Kirk is so good.
What
Kirk
just
was just
happened
sitting.
there?
He
Wait.
was just sitting there like just in case Jinx tried to ult to body block it, and the Jinx ulted and he just body blocked it. Like
What is that?
you know how like when people talk about like quarterbacks or like uh basketball players in general, and they always say like people have intangibles. That's like Kirk. Kirk is just like
Yeah,
like
that's
you
fair.
just want to say he's good, but like he's got like the intangibles because he'll just do like these small little things that like do so much for his team. And
Right.
it's like one of those things that like as somebody who loves to play like the champions that he likes to play, like it's just so fun watching Kirk. Like Kirk is one of my favorite players to watch because he always has interesting pathing. He's got good
Yeah.
warding macro,
Still,
makes
my
nice decisions.
my favorite almost highlight was the Alistar gank against you guys. The
Dude,
Alistar flank. That was my favorite almost highlight because that would have been the most ridiculous like gank
Alistar flank in the
to
world.
yeah. Alistar flank where and it could have been game winning. It was game losing, so like the other way that it went, it could have been game winning. It was so
At that point, it
close.
was just like whoever won the team fight probably
Yeah,
won the game.
exactly. Yeah, it was so close. I think he said like he didn't like hit the WQ quite.
I think he
Yeah,
wanted to do
yeah,
a certain
yeah.
combo to hit me,
Right,
instead of just comboing me.
right. So
Um,
it was so close because his position, because like no one, like even as the casters, we were like, wait, how did he get there? No one expected him to be there. It was
Dude, we
so
even had
good.
we even had like wards and like kind of a minion wave. So like I guess he just snuck in with his own minion wave and like wrapped around and like I was because like I remember us even in comms being like we got to watch out for Kirk. He has some Smurf flanks, and then we are like, but we got kind of good vision this time. And then he still ended up behind us, and we're like how
Yeah.
like literally how? I swear Kirk is just
Mhm.
Vision Smurf is what he is.
11 head for sure.
Yeah, Dino Club is just they definitely executed the early game that they needed to. They just gotta be careful though, because one lost team fight can easily be
Yeah,
extremely dangerous.
the comp of Maximus is still quite strong. There's a lot of scaling there. Like there's a lot of threats to be aware of. It's not a one game at all.
Wait, what kind of build is Silas doing here? Do you build Everfrost out of Lost Chapter still? I thought it built out of something in Kindle Gem. Oh no, okay, it's still Everfrost. Okay, I don't play mid lane, so it's like.
I don't play mid lane currently in the current season. I don't really
Plus,
know.
yeah, plus Everfrost was like slightly buffed recently, so like it's like I don't really know the build path. I assumed it could have built out of that, but for a second I almost thought like my brain was just telling me like, are you building Ludens, dude? Don't build Ludens, please. Don't build Ludens, please.
Right. No, never. There's such a good item like that.
Yeah, this is much more of the Dino Club I was expecting to see. But we do have Kirk going a little deep here. I'm surprised, like, I'm guessing it's just like the fact, see, that just goes to show you how like strong vision is, right? Is like Kirk was honestly way too deep there. Like he was way too deep. Aatrox could have went over the wall. There would have been like a snare or whatever, but they might have
Yeah.
been able to run him down. But the thing is, like, they have such good vision control. They're like, dude, we don't know where Lee Sin or Dupless is. We like, Triss is kind of close by. Like we can't do this. Like right now, look at him. He's still like by himself,
he's,
and like they're
he's like
they're like
playing with
so
them.
hesitant. They're so
Yeah.
hesitant because they still have no idea where Delightful is right now. And then of course Dupless was in the mid lane there, so like that time it was definitely a good idea not to go on Kirk. It's just Dino Club played such a good accelerated early game, took like a bunch of turrets, kept abusing the bot lane in their matchup. The Trist Thresh actually just super good here.
Oh, good
Trist
awareness
Morg.
from RP Kiwi there. He's just gonna rotate and take a tower.
I have to admit though, I've noticed that Kirk has basically been like trying to make the Maximus players better because he keeps throwing the bindings, and I've noticed they've gotten slightly better at it, as I say, and Thresh eats one. We're gonna see a team fight start to come out here. Lee Sin actually gets kind of messed up by the bindings there from Aatrox.
Yeah, kicks and flashes away.
And
There's
this
a
is just where
Q
like
landing on no returns.
Dino Club's just kind of smacking them with their gold right now.
Right.
And the thing is like the fact that Thresh keeps getting picked is just it makes Maximus' comp like really hard to function because like even though Mundo's like a fantastic tank and the comp is like really good, the fact that Silas and both Thresh don't feel comfortable like going in, it doesn't allow Jinx to actually function the way like the comp is supposed to. Meanwhile, like you just got Delightful over there in the Dragon Pit, just making sure to take that. They should be kind of looking to get a fight here. This could be a 4v5. You're going to see a nice like flash flay over here. Triss is going to get a big chunk out, but it looks like the ult's going to go wide. The Silas is going to try to go in, but the kiting is really good right now. But the Aatrox goes in, finishes off the Trist. I think he's going to get a lot of kills off of this. This is actually like really good for Maximus. Oh, if Jinx gets this kill here, that's so good. Mundo actually ends up dying from Delightful. Delightful actually managing to pick anything up from this like unsalvageable situation. See, this is where it's difficult, right? Is because like the onus is just completely on Dino Club to basically play this game like perfectly. Because like the second they mess up and start doing stuff like that, Jinx starts getting kills, Jinx starts getting ahead, and the later the game goes, where the gold difference doesn't matter as much, like Jinx is just going to be able to start really rolling over these fights.
Yeah, so we were talking about like the scaling here and the team composition, because we like agreed that Maximus Gaming like had a better comp, but so far Dino Club just had this much better execution. But as whenever things start evening out there, we're gonna see the difference in comp, and the strength of the scaling, the strength of Maximus's comp will start to become more apparent.
Yeah, it'll definitely become more apparent. Oh, this is actually like a super risky Baron. I think they just think that with Silas in the bot lane that they have like maybe a good angle on it. Maybe they're just
I don't
kind of
think
like,
Maximus has any idea. This is
but they're all missing. Like I don't know. Like, oh my god.
oh, but
Oh my god.
they're getting it. Jinx is
They're
recalling. They got it.
yeah,
They just called it and they went for it. They went all in on it, and they did
this
it
is
relatively fast enough. That was
it,
scary though. But
see, it's one of those things
oh,
where
a
I still
kick
say it's a Maximus mistake.
more than a max mistake more than a Smurf call from. You see,
Oh,
you feel like the
it's
call
still it's
wasn't
still a
great. It
smart
was in
call.
a
No, no, I
okay.
still think the call was not great if they like fully committed.
Hmm.
But I still stand by the fact that like it's kind of like you're like fishing, right? Like you're like, hey, it
Right,
doesn't look like they're paying attention. Silas is bot. Maybe we can get a free Baron. So
right.
let's start it, see if we can get it. If we get it, cool. If not, we run away
Uh huh.
because we have like all these champions that are so good at escaping. So like I don't think it's
Incredible.
like as risky as like it looked. Just because like they have like Triss, Lisa, and like Ari, they can literally just all be like, yeah, I'm leaving this pit by,
Yeah,
and
true.
but like I still think it was a good call.
Yeah.
I just think it was really like it didn't look good at first because it looked like Maximus if they really wanted to face check or like tried to commit,
Hmm.
a fat Jinx ult, like any kind of like
Yeah, I
flank,
think if Max was
uh,
aware at all,
a
like Jinx didn't
TP with
even attempt
Silas
to
at
ult.
all.
Max didn't know. If Max knew at all, then
Like that's the thing.
it's.
It's like they had two TPs up and everything. So like
Mm,
if you just seen like the trio that was kind of in the top side jungle, which was pretty close. If you seen them walk up and do enough wards, like
hmm.
at the very least, Dino Club could have been like, nice, we burnt two TPs and like we did all this. Um, but honestly, I still think it's a really good call from Dino
I
Club
mean,
because like
it ends up being incredible. Not only did they get the Baron, but they also immediately transition that Baron into a fight into getting a mid lane inhibitor. And
yep.
that's exactly what
Plus,
they needed, right? They needed to get these objectives. They needed to break
mhm.
this game open and get that. So it actually ends up being incredible for them.
That's why I do think it was still like a really good call. We're gonna see actually Dupless go back in the mid lane, try to get as much damage on Silas as he can. Kirk lands another binding, so this should just be a dead Silas.
Mm.
Aatrox kind of in no man's land. He should definitely watch out here. You have Delightful realize this, can't help it, lands the
Yeah.
Q, lands the E. Tristan, everyone else is here,
Okay,
and
the
like
Thresh Lantern away.
I don't know. Dino Club just knew exactly what they wanted to do this game. I
Mm.
really, really do like the Baron call. I just think it was risky. Like if
Yeah, it took guts. It took guts, and it took like commitment to the call, which is something
Mhm.
that people in amateurs struggle with all the time. I've preached this so many times. It doesn't matter if it's the right call per se. It matters that everyone is on board. Like that's the most important thing. Make sure that everyone commits to the call. If even one person there is hesitant about the call and
oh, the
doesn't
game's
commit
over.
to it,
The game's
it's
over.
done.
The game's over.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that Maximus
A
wins
double
the fight. The
kill
game's
for
over.
Tristana. A triple kill for Tristana. Tristana
Oh,
with
he
the
could have gotten a
quadra kill.
penta.
Oh, he would have
Oh,
had the penta, but the others killed the Aatrox. A quadra kill for Rim Almighty. Almost the penta. Very clean game from Dino Club. And there goes both the Nexus towers, and there goes the Nexus. And a win for PG Dino Club over Maximus Gaming. So clean. So fresh and
yeah,
so clean.
absolutely. Because it's one of those things where it's like I still feel like there are bits of their comp that were a bit like disrespectful in a way. But I mean, like the thing is like when you're Dino Club and you know exactly what you want to do, you've played this comp like a bunch of times. Like
Mhm.
you know how to break open early games, you know how to snowball advantages. Like it's really not that bad. I do think a lot of it came from Maximus not having like good vision control, not playing like passive enough kind of in the early game just to make sure that they can hit those item breakpoints. But man, like
Hey,
what a good game from Dino Club.
hey,
For
Hello.
sure, for sure.
Ito,
Yeah, what's good?
60 viewers, and I'm gonna do a $20 giveaway. All right?
60 viewers. Well, we're doing a $25 giveaway at 50 viewers. So you telling
What?
me, yeah, yeah, it's in the league news. What? I,
What? I don't see it.
it's bolded.
I don't see it.
That's
Where?
that's that's crazy.
I
I
can't
I
read.
do we do appreciate you though. If you if you
No,
if you
no,
if
no.
you donate to the channel, we would really appreciate that too.
I can't
That's
donate.
leave
I'm
it.
broke, bro.
The why